Well, hello, my beautiful Cancerians. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career and money reading for the end of November, right through the end of December 2025. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings, and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. Now, I will be using Gaia chimes, so please be mindful to turn down your volume if you are someone who is sensitive to sound. So let us start your reading and let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Cancerians, this is your career and money reading. I'm going to get your overarching energy first and then follow it with the rest of the cards just to see what is coming your way. Now, as I was opening your reading, I saw a wonderful crystal object. I'm not even sure what it is, and it was refracting the light to create an incredible rainbow. Okay, so that's what I saw. I'm not sure what the image was that was creating the rainbow. It just looked like crystal. So perhaps crystal clear idea on something that brings about a rare opportunity for success. I mean, when you think about a rainbow, there tends to be a couple of ingredients, you know, rain, which is symbolic of something being tough right now, a struggle perhaps, or something that has been hard won, and of course sun, which is all about light, positivity, reward, and success. So I feel a lot of you are under pressure right now, and there is a rare opportunity coming your way, but maybe this is something you're going to see in the next coming weeks and months, a crystal object that refracts the light in a way that causes a wonderful rainbow effect. I mean, crystal is always symbolic of ideas, clear thought. So yeah, I'll leave it like that. Let's see what's going on with the cards for you right now. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? We have the star energy. So that is an energy of being seen in your working environment. A lot of you have been tested recently. You may feel like you're holding it all together. Lack of support. You're at capacity. But the star energy indicates that you are out there making a difference. Yeah, you got the strength card. I'm not surprised to see that there. There's been a bit of a struggle in the working environment recently for you. I feel that there has been an energy of perhaps, you know, you feeling like you're putting a lot of effort in there, and that other people are either avoiding or struggling with something. I feel there's just a little bit of you taking pride in your work, but also a little bit frustrated that perhaps others are not rising to the occasion in the way that you are. And if you run your own business, this could be that like it's super hard. You're out there shining your light and there's a lot of demands on you right now. This could be personal demands, could be people in your family not realizing what it takes to do what you're doing right now. And it's just a lot, okay? But I do see here that you're going to make some very instinctive moves in your career, in your future, that will set you up to have a little bit more time, more freedom, or more support in your working environment, okay? Let's get to your first card there. We have the star. This is a great time to get yourself out there, promote your ideas, be seen, be visible in the industry that you work in. So if you work for yourself, I feel this is your protagonist energy. So this means that, you know, you may be getting yourself out there, marketing or promoting, maybe changing a website, or, you know, leaving clues, you know, around that your business is in motion, like flyering, things like that, of how to get in contact with you regarding your business, whatever it is that you do. I feel this is about you, as I said, just being visible, but also I feel like you're going to be in the spotlight for success. So if you work for a company, this is you being appreciated. This is about you like being offered something where you are recognized as someone who's the go-to person to get things done in a very high ranking way, as it were. You're the best of the best. The star energy indicates that you are like a star worker, or you are, employee of the month, or you are someone who goes above and beyond. And if there's any issue, people want to come to you because they know that you would sort it. And that's why a lot gets put on your plate there. But also the star is you aligning yourself with a brighter future in your industry. I feel after a period of struggle, there is a little bit more hope. Maybe it's because you can see the end of the year is in sight and you're like working really hard to get to that position. Can't believe I'm talking about like next year already, 2026, but the star energy indicates that you're going to have lots of brainstorming ideas, be inspired as you do that final push to close out the year. But I also feel a lot of you could be taking stock of a challenging situation on how to deal with it and the next steps, because a lot of you are calculating right now, how to move forward, scheduling tasks, refining your goals in order to get ahead of yourself. You're wishing for something. Now, with the High Priestess, deep, deep down, you know that you're going to get it, whatever it is. However, you're cautious. You don't want to get too excited. Now, if you're someone who wants to be in the public eye, this is a great period to be seen for opportunities. And there may be one opportunity that you're not sure how it went. So if you, have to interview or audition for something or have some sort of appraisal for something. Because a lot of you, if you work for a company, I see appraisals going on and you're not sure how it's going to go, but actually it's going to be very successful indeed. There may be an embargoed opportunity coming your way that you cannot talk about, a hush-hush kind of opportunity that's offered to you, but you can't talk about it until the moment is right, okay? So whether you are someone who wants to be in the public eye, be famous, for example, there could be something offered to you, a gig or, a deal, whatever it is, a contract, and you can't talk about it at first. You got to keep it to yourself, keep a lid on it for a while until you can reveal, okay? Also, if you work for a company, it could be that there is some sort of promotion vibe going on right now, and you're tapped in an appraisal to highlight that you're the candidate they want to elevate, and you got to keep it to yourself, okay? Because the High Priestess is very private, keeps things to themselves, and I feel a lot of you, aside from all this promotion or opportunity stuff that's coming your way, you may be vigilantly kind of observing the working environment, keeping an eye on things right now, documenting how things are changing, how it's a struggle, and just bringing your A game so that you are an asset to your working environment, which you are. I want you to be aware of that, and you're seen that way as well, okay? Now, also, if you work in a very toxic environment, a lot of you, you may not be deciding to leave. There may be thoughts about quietly quitting, because I'm hearing right now, I want to break free by Queen. So this could be like indicative of how you feel about a person or a project or something. You're like, oh, I just want to be free of this. You just feel a little bit stuck in the chores, the day-to-day duties, the running of something, and it just feels like a repetitive routine. Maybe you feel like you're not supported in that repetitive routine, but I feel a lot of you could be just wanting to close out the year on a high and get things over and done with, and you're so fed up of 2025, you want to move into 2026 already. So you could be healing from toxic environments. Some of you may, as I said, be thinking about quietly quitting, looking for new opportunities at this time. And, you're just keeping your eyes peeled for it. I don't see you actually leaving anytime soon until I get to the other cards and see what's going on there. But your overarching energy is like, okay, I'm just going to be out there shining, doing my best. And the High Priestess, behind the scenes, you're like, is this really what I want? Am I happy here? You're really kind of, assessing, as it were, because this is an analyzation card. You're deep in thought about something as you close out the year. So if you're sourcing new opportunities, I definitely see some coming in for the new year for you, okay? If you're currently out of a job, out of work right now, I feel like you are someone who's, putting your resume out there. You are a star candidate. You outshine a lot of people. And you may be like, yeah, right, Baba, because where's the opportunities? Why are they not hiring me if I'm the star of the show when it comes to all the candidates that are out there? Well, it comes to them feeling like you're overqualified. You know, you're someone who shines a light in the industry, but then they have to pay you for that. They have to value your skill set by paying the right amount. And right now, economically, things are a little bit of a pinch. So you may notice that people are not offering the right salary for the roles that are available right now, and you're not going to undersell yourself. So I feel like you're going to value yourself. So just watch out for that. I also feel the star energy can be healing in a way where you're healing money blocks personally. You know, you're focused on your financial strategy. There is a gradual improvement going on here for you as well. And I would say that, you know, if you do work in a toxic environment, I feel like you may be like removing yourself to have no distractions in order to get the work you need done, so that no one can derail you or try and provoke you, trigger you, push your buttons, anything like that, because you have your eye on the prize, okay? Also, the star, as I said, is something you're wishing for. And I feel like deep down you know it's going to happen because you're making it happen, but it may be some time, but we'll get to the cards and see about that. So it says here as well, the time of your renewal is approaching. By being brave enough to choose a riskier road, you will inspire those around you. So a lot of you are deep in thought, very cerebral, contemplating your next moves in the industry that you work in. Even if you work for yourself, there may be an idea or a sudden epiphany, realization, or an inspiration where you're like, ooh, that's a little bit risky, or ooh, that's, you know, scary. Sometimes our dreams and goals, they feel overwhelming because it's a lot. And you're like, well, how am I ever going to do that? But it's something you desire to achieve. Well, you just take care of the vision of the destination you want to reach and let the universe give you the path ahead, and you just put one foot in front of the other, because I see that you're aligning with this card, okay? Now, on a personal level, a lot of you may be renewing things. Now, this could be service providers, contracts, insurance, passport, visa. You know, there may be a lot of renewal energy going on. If you have a software program that you utilize to do whatever work it is that you do, this could be a period of renewal. Some of you, it could also be tax time. So you could be getting your accounts in and you're entering into like a new era, new phase, new cycle, as it were. But the star, you know, this indicates that there is a brighter future for you to look forward to, and you're trying to get clear as to how you proceed in your career, but also where you want to take things to next in your career or your industry, whether you work for a company or you work for yourself. And the Strength card is in the resistance position. So yes, it's been a bit of a struggle. Yes, you've dealt with people who, you know, have had a bit of an ego recently. You may feel there's no support. And I feel like you're a gentle leader, but you're a leader all the same. I feel like you don't like to have to be bossy or commanding in your industry, and I feel like you don't need to, but if it's necessary, you can rise to the occasion. Most of the time you just don't want to go to that place, but you can call a person out, you can actually say your piece, and you know, I feel whatever it is you're doing, you're going to make your mark, or people are going to hear your roar over the next coming weeks, not out of anger. I just feel like you're stepping up to lead in some way, and they may have sometimes dismissed you as the quiet leader, but actually you can rise to the occasion and say, actually, I'm in control. So I don't know why that's coming out, but for some of you, it may be that you feel micromanaged by somebody in your industry right now, and you are someone who is becoming a little bit louder in your industry, or voicing your opinion in a way that's diplomatic and professional, but also puts this person in their place and says, back off. You don't need to micromanage me, because actually I outshine you, I outperform you, even if it's your boss, and they know it. And that's why they may single you out sometimes, or they may micromanage you because they need to control you, okay? And you're like, nope, that's not happening anymore. So I feel like the way you approach this person or the situation, it's not going to continue. But you do it diplomatically. You actually do it gently. You know, if you ever, I don't know why this is coming through, but it is. I have to give it to you because it is coming through. If you've ever seen like Hollywood movies, or any movie really, it doesn't have to be a Hollywood one, whenever someone is truly in command, they're very direct, they're very precise, they're very calm, but you know there's a threat there. You know that they are in control. It's the person who gets angry and blustery and says, you can't do this. They've lost control. The person who like makes the loudest noise often is the person who feels like they're not in control or there is some sort of threat to their position. So I feel that this is you quietly, gently speaking your truth, being very calm and commanding in a situation. If you are going for an interview as well, I feel like, yes, there may be a little bit of nerves, but when you get in the room, they will dissipate. There's a calmness. You lead. The Strength card is all about leading, overcoming any fears, and, shining. So if you are currently out of work and you've been putting your resume out there and you are looking for an opportunity, I feel like you go for an interview that is a challenge. They're not going to make it easy for you, but I feel like you command respect in the room. You win the room, okay? That's something that's coming through very strongly there for you. Now it says here, by understanding your true value, you will make the most of a wonderful chance to improve your life. So it's all about value, valuing yourself, not underselling your talents or your gifts, and whether that's if you are running your own business, whether you work for a company or whether you are out of work and looking for an opportunity, do not undervalue yourself. This is a time of value. Also, your 11th house is influencing you, which is all about your hopes, dreams, and wishes. And you've got the star energy. So it's like really check in with yourself. What do you wish for in your industry? Is it change? Is it a higher status role? Is it more money? Is it contentment? What is it you want? If you're someone who wants to be in the public eye, this is a great time, as I said, to, be thrust into a public position. But remember your privacy. So if you like your privacy with the High Priestess, this could be compromised, and this is something that you may grapple with. So if you're like an influencer online, for example, on a social media platform, privacy could be compromised because, of course, you can be very visible. If you're an actor, musician, of course, this is part of the industry that you're aware of, but you may need to really think about how it will impact your privacy. Okay, so that's something that's coming through there as well, because it's maybe nice at the beginning. I don't know about that, but some people may like that at the beginning, but it can wear thin after time, and just be mindful of that. Now, it says here with the High Priestess, you are on course to receive real rewards. So a lot of success coming in here, but only if you continue your discipline and motivation. Follow your intuition and you are headed towards the lasting contentment of success. So I feel a lot of you are reprogramming. Whenever you get the High Priestess, this can be that, you are looking at what you learned in your industry this year and how you can implement those, nuggets of truth into next year. Every successful person, there's been a setback. So if you've had a setback, you learn from it. Every successful person that continues to be successful, they don't allow any setback to derail them, disappoint them. They learn from it and they build upon it and they become more successful than ever before. And I feel a lot of you are doing that at this moment in time. So your consistency is going to be the measure of your success there. You're believing in yourself, but also believe that you deserve good things. Because a lot of you with that Strength card in the resistance position, sometimes you doubt your skill set. And this could be that maybe opportunities haven't been made available to you, but there's a time and a place for all that to happen. I feel a lot of you are looking at expansion. You're definitely looking towards next year. You have a Three of Wands there as your protagonist energy. So it means that, you're open to new opportunities. You want to expand your reach when it comes to your industry. So if you work for yourself, you want new clients, new services, new goods. You want to keep it fresh. You want new attention, new business. If you are someone who, works in a company or for a company there, it can be that, you're asking because there's an appraisal period here. So if you have already had an appraisal, there may have been a conversation about an opportunity to come. I definitely see that will be yours for the taking. Again, I've mentioned it's hush-hush, embargoed there. And you're just waiting it out until it happens, until it's ready to be stepped into, as it were. And if you are someone who runs your own business, a lot of you could be about to launch something or reveal something that you've been working on for some time. You have a Two of Pentacles. Next coming weeks are going to be super busy, both on a professional level as well as a personal level there as well. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide My beautiful Cancerians, what do they need to know about their career? Oh, we got 2 of Wands and 3 of Wands. That's why I got that energy earlier, like, yeah, right, Baba, I can't see it. Okay, so a lot of you have been waiting. You may feel under-supported. I've mentioned that already. You may feel like where you're at. For some of you, I'm just being given this energy by my guides of spinning their wheels. So some of you may feel like you're spinning your wheels a little bit in the role that you're in. It's like it's just the same old thing, just a different day, and you're always waiting for change or you're waiting for something. But I feel something is going to turn out even better than you imagined it would. Something better than you expect is about to happen for you. But this is a very explorative time for you. And I feel like this exploration is to set you up for next year, is what I'm seeing. Definitely a new opportunity coming in, something you have waited for a long time. There's an Ace of Cups there, so this is something you will love coming on in. A lot of you as well are contemplating something that complements your current circumstances. So if you work for yourself, it could be a second stream of income. Even if you work for a company, it could be something creative that you feel a sense of purpose to launch or create. This could also bring you in a second stream of income. Some of you may also be thinking about doing seasonal work, picking up a seasonal role, and you've been waiting for the season to occur, and it could be something you're keeping hush-hush, you know, that will bring in extra finances there for you, and it'll just blend into your financial pot, and it will, you know, go to the same source, which is making you truly happy and helping you open up your financial world there. But we've got the 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands indicates right now you are completing a lot of your tasks. You're clearing down your workload. Each wand is like a project or a responsibility, and then you're on to the next. But also, this card indicates that you're achieving a lot right now. And although you've got a lot to do, so it may not feel like you're achieving so much because you're just doing what you got to do. You've been through a lot. You're making it work. You're showing up for yourself, and you're just powering on through. And I feel that a lot of you are exhausted. You feel drained, especially that Ace of Cups in the resistance position at first. You may even be disappointed sometimes or let down by some of the things that have happened over the year, but you're still moving on forward and you're showing up for yourself. And I feel that there is an energy where you are either trying to expand your reach or you're trying to measure the right time to launch something, or you're like going to have an appraisal where you are waiting for the right moment to mention, look, I want to expand through this company. I want to grow in my role, but I was wondering, are there any opportunities for growth? Are there any opportunities to staircase into a new role? I definitely see you're going to get communication that there are, but again, I feel like you can't talk about it until it's formalized or ready for you. It will be a very fast-paced environment, whatever this is. And I feel like, you know, there is something working out for your highest good. So if you're just asking in an appraisal over the next coming weeks, are there any opportunities? The answer is yes. But the role itself, this new role, is not quite processed yet for you to step into. However, you may be given some extra tasks, extra training, extra responsibilities there that are going to put extra workloads on you, and it's going to be very fast paced. You're going to be working at a different pace over the next coming weeks there, but it's setting you up for this role. Now, if you feel like you have a boss who normally is very supportive and does not micromanage you, but has recently started to micromanage you, and you're like, what's going on here? I feel they could be aware of a very hush-hush opportunity that you're being considered for, and they want to see if you're up to the challenge and whether they can back you. Because this person, your boss, has to put you forward for this, and that means that their reputation is on the line. They need to make sure that you're up for the challenge, which of course you are. You've waited for this. So I feel there could be some changes going on, and they will be communicated to you over the next coming weeks if you are not aware of something right now. But if you are aware, I feel like you're just waiting it out until you can step into that role. So that's why this card has popped up with the 2 of Wands there as well. I mean, no matter who you are, if you work for yourself, this is a major planning stage period for you. I feel like you're sticking to your plans. It's almost like you're looking at your blueprint, but there is this restlessness that you want more. You have an appetite. You had an expectation that you feel hasn't quite been met yet, but it will be. And the 2 of Wands, of course, indicates that whenever you can't see how your dreams will, you know, take off, or formulate into something that is tangible, you have to trust the process, that you're engaging more deeply in your visions, you're making something new happen here, and you've already started something, you're already making progress, but you can't see it, but your passion is going to attract the perfect situation for you. And whatever it is, it aligns with what you want, but there's something attached to it that's even better. Okay? Three of Wands often means that you're exploring ways to expand your reach or expand, nurture your career, develop. And this could be through new knowledge for a lot of you, or learning new ways of approaching your work, new software programs, new tools. And also it can be that, you're at the planning stage of something that you want to move forward with, but, you're frustrated that you can't move ahead because there's an alternative step or a next step that you need to take that you have to wait for, either something to be signed off or the right moment. Maybe it's seasonal, I'm not sure, but I feel the rewards are coming for you. Be confident in what you've done so far, and it will deliver financial returns for you. But a lot of you, it feels this month, the Two of Pentacles is there, which means a lot of you could be moving money around or making money work for you. Small increase energy coming through, so you could have an appraisal where, you'll have access to a little bit more money, maybe in alignment with inflation. I feel a lot of you are keeping a tight rein on your finances and not overspending. I feel like you have a financial strategy that you will try and stick to as much as possible there. I feel you're very aware of emotional spending as well. You tend to be the sort of person that when you care about someone, money is no object. You would buy them the world if you had the money to do it. But I feel maybe some of you have had a conversation about, making sure that you spend money on other things rather than gifting, because this is an Ace of Cups, which is gifting. So because it's in the resistance position, doesn't mean you're not going to gift, but the Two of Pentacles accompanying it may mean that, you set a certain limit or price of what you will spend. So the person you're gifting loves you. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So I feel it's more about spending time with each other there. But this Three of Wands, I feel there is a sea of golden opportunity awaiting for you, and it extends right through to next year as well. So be confident in your abilities. I feel for some of you as well, especially if you work for yourself, you could be looking at, launching new products or new ways of delivering your service or goods or whatever it is that you do. Some of you may also be wanting to explore new ways to get yourself out there, to be seen. This figure is literally holding the world. So it's like the world is your oyster. Are you happy with where you're working right now? Do you want to step into something new? Are you going to do something that coincides with what you do and complements what you do? Are you looking at overseas opportunities? I feel a lot of you are just looking at the blueprints of your plans right now, shining a light, being inspired, sparkling in your talents and gifts, because it means the star energy is that you are someone who's a pro at what you do. You're very gifted. You're destined for the top. But you've been waiting for the opportunities to either showcase what you're capable of, and those opportunities are arriving for you, whether you work for yourself or in a company. Or even if you're looking for a job, I feel, there is a flurry of activity as you close out the year here. And I feel like you will merge with the right role that is being offered here, because you may have more than one opportunity, but actually there's one that you really love and you're going to step into that and you're going to really make it your own. Now, the Two of Pentacles is initially in the resistance position. So a lot of you are maybe looking at people who struggle to commit in the way that you do when it comes to work, and you're frustrated by that. This will change as you start to close out the year. People are becoming more aware of economic challenge, and they want to up their game when it comes to the working environment, but you've been consistent, so you really outshine. Also, some of you are worried about finances and you're trying to make sure you stay on top of your financial commitments, which this card actually means when it goes into the upright, because anything that's in the resistance will go into the upright there. You will be paying your bills on time. Two of Pentacles indicates that, you will be basically on top of your financial responsibilities. So you may be looking at changing service providers there, or renewing service providers. And this could be personal to you. It could be that you're looking at remortgaging, or it could be you're refinancing, or you're paying off debt. Maybe there's a service provider that you feel is not really pulling their weight or is not delivering the service. You've struggled with it. This could be internet based. It could be connected to your energy bills. Whatever it is, you're finding a better deal so that there's more money in your pocket. Two of Pentacles normally means that you're going to be super busy, but you're also going to really want to have fun with what you're doing. Working hard, playing hard. This is the balance of whatever it is that you do. So a lot of you are getting your work done really early or trying to stay ahead of yourself so you can have some time off or so that you can like just go out and enjoy yourself there. And your 5th house is actually influencing you as well. So this is like you connecting fully this next 6 weeks to your hopes, dreams, and wishes, but having fun with new ideas and remembering why you started what you're doing in the first place and why you love it. Of course, there's always going to be pressure. There's always going to be, things that frustrate you, but it's because you care. So I feel it's about trying to have a little bit more fun with what you're doing. Also, Two of Pentacles, second streams of income. A lot of you are thinking of new ways of making money, or you may be formulating something or in the midst of something. Like you may be writing something there with that Knight of Swords, writing a handbook of how to do something, or perhaps writing a book or screenplay, or maybe just documenting how you feel about your industry. You could be communicating something right now and you're just formulating it or in the middle of it and it's not ready to launch yet, but it can indicate that, when you do, there's going to be a lot of money made from that as well, a second stream of income. But this card, it can indicate that, yeah, there's a lot of opportunity, but you're waiting for your big break on something here. And as you can see, the sea is golden with lots of ships there coming in. It feels like your ships are coming in and your ships have been through a lot. So there's a little ship right there and then there's a big ship right there. So no matter the economic situation, I feel like you're going to find opportunity to advance, to make progress as well. And there is a big opportunity coming in for you with this Ace of Cups. And if you've been disappointed already in the past with something or something didn't go the way you'd hoped for, the universe is making up to you, especially towards the end of the year is what I'm seeing. Ace of Cups is something is delivered that you will love, something that is an opportunity that you will grab with both hands. And on a personal level as well, I feel a lot of you are making sure that you are kind of mindful of stress in the working environment. You're thinking more about your well-being. That's something that's coming out there as well, because the more you love what you do, the more opportunity you connect to through vibrations of feeling super positive. But if you're wanting to break free from wherever you are at, because that song is playing again, very famous song by Queen, okay, these two cards can indicate that you're waiting it out. You're keeping vigilant, keeping your eyes peeled for opportunities that will bring in better yield, better opportunities to advance and bring in more money. And some of you, this could be seasonal, as I mentioned, so you could be doing something that coincides and complements what you do already, and you may even contemplate doing this a little bit more long-term, longer than the season. And I feel like they love you, so they may even offer it to you or find a way to keep you coming back for more. If you work for yourself, I definitely see return customers or people sort of like returning for your service. I mean, if you're someone who sells things online, this is going to be a super fast period. This is going to be you being super busy. And if you work at anything that is customer facing, if you're in the spotlight or seen, this is a period where things are about to get wild for you, super fast pace. You're going to be multitasking. I feel like you will kind of love the pace that you're just on the go and doing it. Time is going to fly by so quickly there, but I feel like you're going to be super organized and on it. Temperance card, you're focused on your sense of purpose. You're being very patient and waiting something out until the right moment arrives to either launch it, reveal it, or embrace it. But it will happen for you, and this is very transformative. When you have the Knight of Swords there, this indicates that you're broadening your perspective. So a lot of you could be learning new skills or, advancing through education, expanding your mind at this time in order to take action and blend your skills to open yourself up to new financial pay grades. But I feel that you're in the planning stages of something right now that is really going to take off in 2026. I feel, yes, you've had a lot of success this year already, success that maybe you didn't even celebrate. But when you look back, you'll see how far you've come. But there's more that you want to achieve. You're reaching for something else. And I feel that you're going to go and get it. This is you being a goal setter and a go-getter, and you're going to achieve so much. You're very productive, you're very organized, you're structured, and you're serious. This is a card of making progress. Also, I hate to give you this message, but it's something that's coming through here. Someone may make a minor mistake that you have to go over. So if you're taking a vacation, some of you may have taken a couple of days off. If you're training someone to do what you do, this person, they just didn't get it. Okay, either they were not interested or they were distracted. They didn't do it to the high degree that you do it, and you may have to return to it and do it yourself. Could be a little bit of minor frustration there, but actually it reminds everyone around you that no one can do what you do because you care about what you do. And if you work for yourself and you outsource anything, there could be a minor blip where someone doesn't do something. I feel like they half correct it, but you come on in and save the day and just kind of school them and say, actually, it should be done this way, okay? But you appreciate the fact that they tried, but, you know, you may feel a little bit frustrated that you had to come in and give them a helping hand. Now, it's not that you're not focused on your finances this month, because of course you are focused on your finances. A lot of you, especially with that Two of Wands, you could be thinking about your 401k or thinking about your financial security for your future, and like putting a little bit away, little by little, will actually staircase into a lot. So I feel you may be thinking about pension pots, acquisitions, your investments there. A lot of you are biding your time, saving your finances for a larger purchase. For some of you, this could be a home overseas, abroad, or it could be a property wherever you reside right now, in maybe a new neighborhood or somewhere pretty close is what I'm seeing there. But I feel like you're squirreling things away. It's almost like I see the next 6 weeks like you're sitting on something. You're keeping a lid on it, or you're working on something that's going to be monumental or is going to allow you access to a lot more success. But it feels like it's contained right now. But then things are about to get wild as you start to close out the year, and it sets you up for next year. You hit the ground running there in January 2026, okay? Pooling all your resources towards a lot of success. But financially, I feel a lot of you are making your money work for you. Small increase, so there could be a small bonus or some sort of incentive, financial incentive offered there for you. Oh, because there's something being offered here for you there. But I feel a lot of you are maintaining and sustaining finances as well there. So especially if you are someone who takes part in gifting season, this could be a period where you are just keeping a close eye on your finances and making your resources work for you. So we have overcome, we have success, we have intuition, yes, very intuitive, we have partners, and we have confidence. I think I did mention having more confidence in your skill set, but that's popped out again there. Peacock yourself. Absolutely. Peacock yourself. The star is let yourself be seen. Let your ideas get out there. Patent anything, copyright anything, trademark it, whatever it is. You know, you create an environment where you're successful, you care. You know, you think about the beauty in what you can offer as a service to people or to your industry, and you really are an asset. So remember that. It says, overcome beating financial struggles. You must change your tack, flight or fight, adapt or conquer. So if you are worried about finances, I definitely see that you're conquering that, or you're finding a structure that helps you. I also see, you know, success, of course, that was all over your reading, but it feels like you're setting yourself up for something here that will be successful. It says brilliant ideas. That's connected completely to the star. Shining at work. Yes. You are shining at work. Great pay, promotion, invention, create. Some of you, there may be a bonus or some sort of extra pay that is delayed that comes in, but you may hear about it. Again, you keep it to yourself there. If you work for yourself, this could be you offering yourself a little bit of extra dividends money in some way, or you are like doing what you do already and kind of replicating it, doubling it down, because you've got the Two of Pentacles there and you've got the Ace of Cups with the Temperance card. So it's like you're doing one thing that's bringing in money, and it's got one cup there. It's a vision of something that you've already implemented, you've got going on. And then we've got the Temperance card, which is like, we got two cups. Can we replicate this? Can we, you know, blend it to make extra finances there? I would say a lot of you, it's a big yes. Okay. So we've got intuition. Of course, the owl is all about knowledge. And it says hidden knowledge, secrets at work. I did mention that. You're keeping a lid on something, or something's embargoed, something's being kept quiet there. New talents, night shift, and record keeper. Okay, so you being very vigilant, keeping an eye on things, checking in, documenting, and just looking at what you want to do next with your career. We've got partners. So if you're someone who's in, social media, or someone who's an influencer, for example, a lot of you could be partnering up with a social media platform, or you could be partnering up with someone that you work with on something, or even a family member or a friend. So partners can also indicate opportunities to network. I definitely see here that there is some sort of team building exercise or some sort of event that brings industry people together. You may attend this over the next coming weeks, and you could find some strong alliances within your industry. It says attracting your money match. As I said, you're valuing yourself. You're not going to undersell yourself there. Better together, balance, double the dough. Yes, you got a Two of Pentacles there. A lot of you are doubling down, as I mentioned. And teamwork. I did mention at the beginning as well that some of you may feel unsupported and that there's no teamwork, lack of workers' morale. But as you close out the year, you're going to see a difference in that. People are starting to work together on that. And we've also got confidence as well. So this is about having confidence in your skill set, your talent, in yourself. But it says, walk your talk, and you really do. And it says, bold action, happy at work, meaningful, rich, and outgoing. Okay, so this is about getting your ideas out there, believing in yourself, and having fun with it. I mean, right now, things are challenging and there's a lot to do, extra pressure. Your work is probably demanding more of you because of the planetary alignments right now. But it is the final push as you start to wind down and close out the year and set yourself up to springboard towards more success in 2026. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates. I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a rune before we close. Ooh, that's interesting. So the ship has popped out for you. That's really interesting. If you have any Virgo placements, the ship actually came out for Virgo as well. Maybe there's a partnership there. If your partner is a Virgo, I'm not sure. But for a lot of you, that may not be relevant at all. But the ship indicates, the journey. This is about the direction that you're headed in. This is about adjusting your sails, of course, when things are changeable. It's about you staying afloat financially, being protected, but also it's about your journey in the working environment, having a direction and getting busy, taking action to move forward. Also, a lot of ships came out in your reading, which is relevant. I'm just going to, we've got a butterfly as well there. Just going to pop that down because I want to show you the cards. Where is it? Here. I showed you these already, but because the ship is relevant, this person is looking out at a wonderful sea. They've accomplished quite a lot and they feel content, but also complacent that they are where they are. And they're like, okay, I've been in this position for a while. What next? What else is out there? There's a big old wide world out there to explore. Where's the new opportunities? I can't see any. There's nothing in the water. Suddenly this person's like, oh, there's a couple of opportunities there. The sea is golden. They seem very far away, but things are coming in for me, Now there is 2 opportunities coming in. They're closer. One is very small and one is a large one. One large opportunity coming in, which is connected to that Ace of Cups there. And it may require a leap of faith or a risk in some way, you being bold and daring, but your ships are coming in. And it's no accident that this literally popped out of the trinket bowl. I didn't choose it. It popped out. So your ships are coming in and I feel like you're heading in the direction of success. But it requires some sort of change because we've got the butterfly there. If you think about the butterfly, when it's in the chrysalis, it dissolves its sense of self. So it can feel like you're spinning your wheels at work right now, or you feel like, you just don't know anymore. You're just getting up, doing what you got to do, and you're working, but you're about to take things to the next level. You're about to spread your wings and fly. There are some changes in the working environment that are going to help you elevate, okay? Also, being a social butterfly, allowing yourself be seen in networking opportunities is going to be really beneficial for you. Even if you don't want to go to that work party, showing up, being seen is going to put you in the path of having some interesting conversations where there's going to lead to flurry of activity. even if you work for yourself, this is a great time to look at industry events that put you in the path of like-minded individuals. And there could be some co-alliances there, or some people who just understand the pressure that you're under and what you're going through. And it could be like a lifeline to say, wow, it was really tough today. And they're like, yeah, tell me about it. Do you want to go for a drink and like talk it over? You know, it could be just that you need a lifeline, especially if you work for yourself, because sometimes that can be alienating and you just don't know how much progress you're making because you're just doing it. You're just showing up every day. It just feels like it's a never-ending treadmill of work. But when you've got someone who gets it, or someone who is going through something very similar, then, you know, this can be a really nice partnership. It doesn't have to be a business partnership. It can be just someone who just gets it, right? So I'm going to leave it there, my beautiful Cancerians, and I hope something resonates in some shape or form. Thank you so much, and love and light.